Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And do my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly, truly appreciated. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you've been watching my videos for a while and have not, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload the next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop a line or two. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's the positive feedback to the content of the video, or you're up telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the video is positive or uplifting, you would love to share with a loved one, family, friend, or even a fellow empath, please go ahead and share. If your fellow empath needs spiritual guidance or confirmation or valuation, whatever, towards their life path to soul purposes, please go ahead and share while you're at to give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing right now is called You're a Powerhouse. And you'll true to realize that, through everything that you face. There's a lot of times I was just trying to, I was talking about that in the last video I just did. I always constantly had myself in the middle of drama a lot, especially growing up. Because me, I was like, yeah, I was that one that was just, I would, my words would just shock people. First of all, they'd be laughing at me when I say it. Like, girl, did you just say that out loud? Yeah, you want me to say it in the back so the folks in the back can hear me? I'll do it again. And, it's just like you will tend to, a lot of times you may feel like, why does people always want to come at me with their energy? They want me to second guess my existence. Why they always try to put me down or mock me for certain things that I'm doing. You have to understand your character, it disturbs a lot of folks that want to be comfortable in those illusions. You have to understand that. And it was like my girl, from a sister from another mister, I said, I've been watching a lot of spiritual, videos, been switching up, what I choose to look at. And it was drawn to me. And it was just, when she said it, that gave spiritual confirmation of chills when it said, because a lot of times when people try to constantly poke at you, you intimidate the hell out of them. They fear you in the worst kind of way. I'm like, well, why they be blowing up? Because they want you. They don't like the fact is whatever it is that you carry, that can disturb a lot of people. And and it's sad that sometimes we even have to deal with it throughout our own tribe. A lot of times I've felt it through, people bringing that, passive aggressive at me, or, try to give me that one of them, punchline comments, and I just laugh and I got to shake my head. I said, it is what it is, and you disturb things, because a lot of times you could be really being something genuine. And when people don't like that, they will try to tend to paint you up as something, as you're a thorn in their side, and they don't have nothing to do with you. It really don't. But that's what you will constantly face. If people wasn't so busy trying to block you on so many things, you would know. You obviously you don't have something that they're jealous of, or they feel like they want, or they feel like that should have been you type energy. All those different things is taking place in your life, and it's just like, that is at an all-time high. You will see that through the trials and tribulations you constantly face. I've been around people that always wanted to embarrass me in some kind of way. I could have went tit for tat, when they were saying stuff, and I'm like, oh, but did you tell them why I did the way I did? But it was just me not trying to get them painted up as a certain person that I was really trying to force people to see. And it was just like, when you had to deal with that with family, it's kind of sad that you have to deal with that. But it's just like, I tell people, you're a very genuine person. People wouldn't try to sit up here and bring you in the midst of drama, or always trying to poke at you if they didn't feel some type of way about what is destined into your life. You're a walking threat. You are a walking threat. And those are the things that a lot of people will sit up here and poke by, just because of how they will act towards you. And it's just like, I've been at that type, if I came at you genuine, where did all of a sudden all this animosity was coming from? Because a lot of times, especially if you meet people or you're asking universe for confirmation, it's like, hey, if there's anything in my life that I don't need to continue to connect with, block that, drop that, let me keep moving forward. And they do that. And a lot of times when you do it, all of a sudden you start, friends start falling off the network. Your family start backing away, doing this, doing that. I've seen how family can be, biological and non-biological, adopted, and people are like, Rosie, you talk to your family? No, unless they from the other side. I don't know. I don't deal with that. And a lot of times people are like, Roslynn, I have these situations where I'm being honest with my family and say, I don't like how they do me, or I don't like how they treat me. You have to understand, you can tell somebody all day, but you don't like it. When there's some people that are just comfortable with wanting to poke. There will be people that want to say something and they're placing their projections on you because they feel some type of way. There's people that will wake up in the morning trying to sit up here and say, how can I work on that person's nerves today? That's less about you and more about them. And you have to understand that anytime somebody is just, you can enter a room and you can just smile and say, hey, how you doing? And people, here they go. I can't stand it. It's just your spirit just disturbs a lot of folks. And that has nothing to do with you. Either they're threatening you, either they don't like themselves, or you trigger them. They fear you, intimidated by you, or there's something that you got that other person don't have, and all those things don't have nothing to do with you. And that's how your power is being really reflected. I've seen it, growing up, and I seen, I was just like, why is somebody always trying to make it look like I'm jealous of certain things, or I'm a menace to society in that family or whatever. And it's like, you always have to understand, if you see being seen as the black sheep of the family, eventually you're gonna become the goat. Hello, goodbye. Like, boop. You got to understand that you are a powerhouse. You really are a powerhouse, because if people didn't feel that way, and I'll tell you, your enemies and your frenemies, your families, all them folks that will show you that. Because I've seen people that poke at me, and I've seen it, and it was just like, your truth disturbs their lives, and it's okay. That is quite okay with you, and it needs to be. And I tell people, that's where a lot of us mistake ourselves at, when we try to stay connected to family, feeling like that's family, we don't have no choice. Let me hear, no, that is an absolute lie. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you why. Because the fact is, if anybody disturbs your peace, it don't matter if it's blood related, adopted, whatever. People are just coming into your life. Like I said, I got enemies. I'm an enemy of the state. I got a lot of them, because I disrupt them lies that they want to tell. And it's okay, because it turned to be a blessing for me at the end of the day, and those things, a lot of times we try to always convince to show people that character that they don't choose to have. A lot of people wear masks. It's okay. I tell people, I don't go to masquerade bars. I don't need to do that, bars or balls, because I don't like wearing something over me that I'm not going to do that. There's a lot of times that we carry those masks with us, and some of them are healthy masks. Not everybody needs to have that genuine part of you, because there's some people don't have good intentions when they're connecting with you like that anyway. You don't know what's been, you don't know what's been discussed about you, into your life. And they always try to show you that. And it's just, when I've seen it, that feels really heavy. It's like, don't even sit up here and try to dog somebody's character out. Pretty soon it's going to slip up and tell us on itself. Your truth will always outsmart the lies. It has carried weight more than lies do. But these are the things that you face when you're allowing yourself. You can be scared and just say, what, I don't, when you talk to God or whoever you worship, you talk to them like, I'm very fearful because I don't know what's going around that corner. Please hit my back. You are already protected. You wouldn't even have to say that, but it's giving you that recognition to know that you are valued, you are highly favored, and you are always going to continue to be, protected. If there are certain things that was supposed to happen, it's happening for a reason. Nobody can't stop what's for you. They can't do that at all. But these are the things that has been brought into your life, because a lot of times it's that trivial pursuit for yourself, for you to find out who you are. Because a lot of times people will do that and say stuff, and they will do different things to manipulate when they just don't like anything about you. And it's okay. And those are the things that really show you people wouldn't be bothered by you if there wasn't something that they want to die down, or they want to not, want that light from you in some kind of way. And these are the things that's showing you that through your hardships you constantly face. I've been there where I've gone out my way to help people that did anything they could to stab me in my back from some kind of way. And I had to allow myself to where I'm looking at now. You have to understand, especially if you were a good person to somebody. It could be a friend, a co-worker, boyfriend, girlfriend, baby mama, baby daddy, whatever kind of situation that was, because we all got flaws. We all got our own faults and stuff like that, and it is what it is. A lot of people can be able to say, hey, I'm a shaky person. I'm learning about myself every day through the challenges that I face, through the trials and tribulations that I go through, the healing of certain things that was I created as a lie within myself, that I'm allowing myself to be bold in the statue of my own truth. These are the things you're doing within yourself, and that is showing you when people are trying so hard to paint you up as a certain person. That's only because they don't like what's good about you. I've seen where people were really petty with me. I mean, petty. I ain't talking about, Kenneth Petty, Nicki Minaj Petty, or Tom Petty, but they were just really on that heaviness of petty, because they didn't like that about me. So they painted this whole picture of, I see people that I know that look at me funny. They connect with my family. Well, people that, I was connected with through that experience of not being family, but my truth of my blessings that was dipped in all kind of disguises. I've seen that. And it's okay. I'm like, oh, they must first fed that lie with you too. But anyways, have a good one. God bless. And don't even care. But those are the things that shows you're a powerhouse. Because people wouldn't be trying so hard to disrupt you if there wasn't something about you that they detest, because they don't have it in themselves. And it's just fact is, and it's sad, because we all have that. You have something very unique about you. You are that, you are perfect for that, whatever it is, because somebody can't be you. Nobody can be you. And I tell people that's your perfect weapon and that's your perfect power. People can try to copy you all day. When you have people around you that envy you, I've seen how people would do things and it was just like they'll have the same hairdo I have, or they try to do the things that I do. And I just felt like that, man, that's really creepy. Or they were like, Roslynn, you going to do that? No, because too many people did it. I want to do something that signifies me. I ain't trying to, do that in the norm. I'm on hold the beat of my own drum. I don't got all time for all that. But I've seen it. You're a trigger magnet. You are really a trigger magnet. And there's a lot of times I've seen it. I can make the most positive video and there'll be thumbs down, because a lot of times when them thumbs down is because it's reflecting on some kind of truth that person don't even want to admit with themselves. And that's all right. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And those are things you have to really understand. It's just like you are that trigger magnet. And it's like the more you becoming up in your gift, the more trials you're going to go through with a lot of people, a lot of adversity you're going to go through with a lot of people, and it's just like that at times. It's sad, but it's like that. But us being Heyokas, you have that shock value within your words. There's a lot of things that I say, and I try to be, at that, not sit up here and stumble on my words, but I try to use discernment, because it's like, I want to say something and I want to have my truth out there and I want it to be clear, but I make sure it's not kind of offending anybody, like racial stuff like that. I try to make sure I'm very careful about certain things, because it's so much stuff that goes on out in this world to where it's like cultural unappreciation, whatever they want to call that. Whereas, I've done that. I even had that on myself. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm just like, what I did not appropriate in a cultural way. Because baby, I'm like, I'm a Crayola. I'm mixed with all different type of stuff. So it's confusing to me, and that's what we are. And right now you're going through a lot of different stages of knowing yourself to the fullest. And a lot of times it's going to be through those strategies of different, adversity that you constantly face. Because it's like, if you didn't know that your energy, you all you got to do is be present. And there'll be something that somebody is just trying to really disrupt into your life. Like, you can have a lot on your mind, and when people just coming at you just to poke, that shows you where their mentality is. Like, oh, okay, you trying to find something that builds you up, and that's how people do with low self-esteem. where they will knock somebody down, they will trigger somebody, they will say hurtful things or do hurtful things, gaslight, do whatever they want to do, because that's their power source, is from getting from a lot of people that they can see in the suffering. Because even though, you know, you ain't got to worry about that, because it's just like, you have to understand, when it comes to people like that, they're already walking around in their own punishment anyway. There ain't nothing they ain't doing. When they're doing it to you, they're not doing it towards you, even though it may be directed towards you. This is hurting them. And they don't even realize that it's only hurting you. You know, people go through external validation. I used to be that way. Like I tell people, I'm very transparent. And, you know, I ain't got no reason to. I used to be that toxic vibe. There's sometimes I got to catch myself, because I'll be ready to rip somebody open with my words. I'm like, no, they ain't even that energy. Don't even give it to them, because they already walking around in their own punishment, baby. Their peace is disturbed when they see somebody happy, you know. And it's at that point where some people want to get, you know, go tit for tat and stuff like that. I used to be that person that's like, I always had to have the last word. I always had to make it known for me to be right. There's a lot of times when you right, but sometimes you have to know the knowledge of being silent, even when you know that you right and they know you're right. You know, that's all right. The action's gonna reflect the truth any daggone way. You ain't got to worry about that. And it's just you understand that through these experiences. I see a lot of things, and it is just like, you know, this is how some people do, you know. And you're going to see that a lot with other people, where people just have that comfortability of always want to misunderstand you, or you are that person they always got to be competitive with, you know. It's just like, even if you're in a relationship, number one, you don't need to be, that is not your competition, baby. That is your opponent. Not even your opponent, but that's your team. You know, when you're in relationships, y'all supposed to both stand each other up. If one is in doubt, you lift that other person up and let them know you ain't going through this alone. When they feel like they second guessing, you're going to be that reassurance to know they're reassured. Ain't nothing go on that I'm not facing with you. I got your back. This is, we go through this together, you know. But when you got these people that always want to constantly be petty about you, baby, there's something wrong with them. And that's the saddest thing. It's really sad when folks are like that. And those are the ones you have to really pay for. Pray for, and, you know, paying for with a distance, you know. But these are the things that you have to really appreciate when you are constantly, where people always want you to doubt yourself, is that the devil sent them to do that. And I have to keep reminding myself when I'm doing stuff, it's like, you're not arguing with that person. You're not bumping heads with that person. It's that entity and that spirit that connects with those folks. Because right now, when you're allowing yourself to repent, when you're allowing yourself to be honest with yourself and within your spirit, to say, you know what, I mess up. Let me just use a reset button. It's okay. It's okay to start back over, because there's a lot of times when you start back over, it can be a pain in the butt. But then you're going to see something that you weren't able to see before because your mind was occupied. Or you can be able to see something you weren't seeing before because your spirit was all, you know, in that vindictive type of vibration. You overlooked something for what it was supposed to be, you know, projecting towards you in that time, and where it's telling you to recognize your power in many forms, you know. Because a lot of times it's just like, I used to ask my mom, I ain't even did nothing, and I constantly see that I'm going through stuff with folks, and I'm not even arguing with. They always trying to bring something to me, and a lot of times your energy, what you belong to, what you stand for, what you connected with, all of this stuff, it can bring the jealousy out of a lot of people. And I never really understood that until I went into my moment of truth. Then try to, you know, it really was speaking to a lot of things, why those things was happening the way it happens. You know, I still deal with it, but there's a lot of things I don't even connect with no more. But I know that energy, it connects. You know, an enemy of an enemy is a friend. They don't even have to like each other, but it's just that if they coming together because they despise you, you know, there's some kind of club out there where people are coming together, try to see how they're going to try to defeat you. And it's not going to even, it ain't even going to happen. Just let it roll off your back like you Kevlar. You know, let it roll. You stay resistant. You got that Scotch guard. You have to be able to do that. But God is showing you, universe is showing you, know you a powerhouse. When you don't got people that's trying to sit up here and just like stimulating your mind because they want you to second guess yourself, there's something on you that they really don't want you to discover. And they fear that. They fear the day that you actually know that. And when you see people that's trying to go out their way to do stuff to you, allow yourself to keep praying for them folks, because they need prayer more than anything. And it's not even being funny towards a lot of people, because I know there are certain people that just really give me the side eye when you watch the video. And those are the main ones that are triggered by the things that I'm saying, because you know that is you, you know. And it's sad. I was that person at one time, but it wasn't even about, like, my friends used to laugh at me because it's like, you acting like you don't like me, because I don't. I don't. I'm even gonna let you assume something. I'm gonna tell you straightforward. Don't turn your back on me. Don't sleep. You better sleep with one eye open. You keep playing with me, I'm about to mess your whole world up. I had to deal with people will straight gaslight and try to make it seem like everything is all on you when they are the core of the problem. You just something that just triggers that core of the problem because of your mindset, because your energy, how you flow different, how you see things different, and that's okay. They try to show you, universe will always try to show you your adversaries, your enemies, your opponents, those ones that want to be in competition with you. And I tell people, I'm not going to block nobody blessings because everybody got their own. I'm more secure in mine, where I'm trying to work for, because there's too many people out there trying to block stuff because they feel like it should be me type vibration. And it's just the point. You have to pray for folks like that, because it's like when you going, if the shoe was on the other foot, you'd be feeling some type of way if that was your blessing that somebody was trying to take. And you have to understand that many people are going to be like that. It will never be their time just because they had that jealous spirit in there. It will never be their time. And if it does, it comes in and out. And maybe it's because you in that vicinity of where they got that blessing. It wasn't because they were doing right, because if you do evil deeds, baby, universe usually gets something because of who you connected with. And they don't realize that. But it's just like it comes to a time where you really have to say prayers for folks like that. They see your value. They see your, they hate it when other people love you the way they do. They're hating when other people sit up here and give you that, I appreciate what you said to me today, or I appreciate this post that you put out for me, or Roslynn, I appreciate that video. You really came out because it was something I was going through and I needed that confirmation, and I tell people I've been there, I've done that. This is when you're being transparent, because the strongest person can really truly admit they had a weak moment. And that's when that person's strong, because I don't got to sit up here and prove no point for nobody. Because there's a lot of people that, it didn't bother me. You a lie. I heard you a lie first time. They're like, okay, that's your story, let them tell it. But you're that sustenance that people, they ready to suffocate your power. They want you to doubt yourself. They fear what they do not understand, and they want to sit up here and dumb you down because they don't want you to discover what you truly are valued for. Universe picked you for a reason. They did. They really did, because a lot of times they have more confidence in us than we have confidence in ourselves, and they're showing you that by everything that you're constantly facing. Pray for your enemies. You pray for those folks, because it's like right now, God in a war path, and I'm trying to make sure I'm on the good side. I'm on the good side, but there's a lot of things where it's sending contact clues like you need to stop what you're doing, boo boo, and they don't want to do it. It's okay. You better pray. Because it's like God is on that war path, and you do not want to be in that way of that wrath. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. Y'all, much love to you. Just keep working on yourself. We're going through a lot of changes right now, and that mess is getting very intense, but it's getting serious for our own benefits. And you're learning more about yourself, your gifts, your purpose, and everything else. There's a lot of gift switches that are popping up right now. There's a lot of your gifts that you've been marinating in for a while that's needing your extra attention because they boosting up. You're getting very sensitive around a lot of things right now. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I would love to give a post notification. Shout out to Billy Gridler, Marta, much love to you, KK, Patsy QVSQ, Terrell, IFA Midwives, and Lauren, much love to you as well, and Healing Oracle, much love to you as well. I will talk to y'all in my next video. Much love to you. Whatever you're working on right now, I hope the prayers sends towards you so much abundance that you didn't never expect and didn't even think you were going to be able to connect with. And even through spiritual distancing, spiritual distancing and social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibe, frequencies. You just never know. It can really take them a long way. And you'll see me on my next video. And remember, I'm going to be doing a Heyoka live chat at it's like almost close to, it's like 3 hours, a little bit less than 3 hours. So you'll connect with me then. Much love to you. Peace. Namaste.